It's about time, it's about time. Well, hello and welcome to the vlog. Now I've got some questions to answer in just a minute, but I promised that I would be launching something very exciting today. So here it is. I am starting to write book 7, which will be my first book for Pam Macmillan. And over the next few weeks and probably months, as I'm writing the first draft, I'm going to be asking for your help. Now those of you who followed my vlog for a long time will know that I do this, and the last few books we've done this where I've asked for your suggestions for maybe a character name or an object in someone's house or an item of clothing that someone's wearing or the name of a business or something like that. So I will give you lots of opportunities to actually get into book 7. There is going to be a cameo role. At some point I'm going to offer a cameo role to somebody in the book, so you will actually be a character in the book. Not this week though. This week the first challenge that I have for you, my Get Involved challenge, is officially launching now. I need the name of a coffee shop. Now the main character in book 7 is a lady called Anna Brown, and she works in a city. I haven't actually said what the city is yet. I haven't decided whether I'm going to say it's a city, which city it is, but where she lives in an apartment block on kind of the east end of the city, so it's kind of up and coming area, and there's a coffee shop below where all the flats are. So I want you to name that coffee shop. Now it's kind of the place where people go after work. You tend to get a lot of people who've been working in the city who come and have a coffee there before they go off for the evening. So it's not a sort of a vintage tea rooms type place, it's very much an urban coffee shop, but I want it to have a really funky name and I want you to suggest it. So if you want to enter my Get Involved this week, all you have to do is tweet me your suggestion. I'm at Wordsmith on Twitter, and use the hashtag Get Involved. Okay, if I know you're using Get Involved, then I'll know that you're entering my competition. If you're on Facebook, I'll put a post up, and below the post you put your suggestions on there so we know. So I've got those on there as well. You can also email me your suggestion at mirandawordy@gmail.com, and you can also leave a comment under this blog. Lots of, I think I've covered everything there. Is that everything? I think it is. So here you go, first Get Involved, and what I'll do is I'll announce the winner in next week's vlog, and then we'll carry on like that. There'll be lots and lots of opportunities, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be really exciting. So on to your questions. I've got a couple of questions. These have both come from Facebook. So my first question is from Kat Duncan. Hi Kat, thank you very much for your question. Kat wants to know, what was your favourite book to write and why? It's very difficult to answer that question because I've actually written 6 books now. It's incredible to me that I've actually been able to write 6 books, and I love them all in different ways for different reasons. I think in terms of the book that was the most satisfying to write, in terms of the idea that I had and actually getting that idea across, I think, I'm going to go for When I Fall in Love, just because when it came out, not many people knew that it was coming out actually, and it was kind of, it sort of slipped under a lot of people's radar, but when I was writing it, it was the one that I felt the most connected to because of Elsie's story. And I'm not going to give away why it is, because if you haven't read the book you won't know, but those of you who read the book will know that there's a very, very sort of heartbreaking story at the centre of it, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just write very light fiction that didn't really have any substance. I wanted to have something that had a little bit of something that made you think, and so I think When I Fall in Love is probably my favourite for that reason, because it did make me cry while I was writing it, and I think that's probably a good sign. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much. Next question is from Sophie Waterfield, also on Facebook. Hi Sophie, thank you very much for your question. Sophie wants to know, what's the best road to go down for getting your book noticed and published? That is the £64 million question. For me, it was just getting my words out there. I'd been writing for 7 years. Hardly anybody knew that I was writing. It was just something that I did for fun. And I put my as then unfinished novel, which was called Coffee at Kowalski's, I put it onto the Autonomy website, which was HarperCollins' site for unpublished authors, and it got noticed on there. But I didn't kind of put it on there to get noticed. I've actually put it on there to sort of try and get people's attention, to get people's advice as well, because there were a lot of writers on there when I joined, and I kind of wanted to know what other people thought of what I'd written. And it was, in many senses, it was really lucky that an editor happened to be looking for the book that I'd written, and I got signed that way. What I would say now is look for any way that you can promote your writing and your books right now, even if you're not published, even if nobody knows who you are. You can start a blog for free, you can create vlogs for free, you can set up a Twitter account, you can start engaging with people. I think the key thing today, whether you choose to go down the self-publishing route or whether you choose to try and find a traditional publisher, is to really make yourself known and start to really interact with other people as well. Don't just start a Twitter account and say, buy my book, but actually engage with people. You know, just get your words out there. I think the first step is to be brave. I don't think there's a difference now between being self-published and being traditionally published. I think it depends what you think will work for you. What I would say is, and I've said this before, if you're going to go down the self-publishing route, get your work professionally edited. There are loads of freelance editors out there who are amazing, and they will make sure that the story is really good, and they'll give you the kind of support that you get if you were with a traditional publisher. I think the key thing is to write something that you love. Don't try and write something, you know, oh well, 50 Shades of Grey seems to be selling, so I'm going to write something like that. Or, you know, even like, you know, chick lit seems to be selling, so I'm going to write something like that. Write the story that you want to write and let other people decide what genre it fits into and what market niche it fits into. I don't think an author's job today is to ride the market. I think because by the time you've written what you've written and it's been noticed and somebody's taken it on, or you've gone down the self-publishing route, the market's moved on. The key thing is to write something that you love, because that's what readers will really respond to. And I think you can tell if a book's been written to a formula, or you know, to try and reach a certain market. It always kind of loses something. So it's kind of, there's lots of advice in there. I hope that helps. I think write what you love, get your work out there however you can do it, whatever's free and legal. That was my motto when I started putting my work out there. And more than anything, just have fun with it, and sort of just be open to wherever your book might lead you. So I hope that answers your questions. There we go. That's the end of this week's vlog. So get your suggestions in. I need your coffee shop name suggestions. If you can get them into me by Friday this week, I will choose a winner. I'll announce the winner in next week's vlog, and then in next week's vlog we'll have the next Get Involved challenge. So keep watching my Twitter and Facebook pages and my website, because that's where it's all going to be for your chance to appear in book 7. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep your questions coming in, you know what to do. Leave a question underneath the blog. You can tweet me at Wordsmith, you can find me on Facebook, Miranda Dickinson Author, and have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.